Hello, so we're going to go over the Venthyr raid build today. It's currently simming the best single target build, and it's a lot of fun to play, to be honest, as well. So we'll start with the soulbind. You're going to want to run Nadia, and you can either pause the screen here and quickly put these in. The reason you don't run 3 potencies is because you really want to take Dauntless Duelist. Just gives you 3% extra damage, and they do less damage to you. So for the single target build, which is what this is, you can't really skip that. There is a chance you could use increased scrutiny here instead, but I feel this works out better and it does sim a lot higher as well for damage. So this is the build you want to run. The legendary is going to be the Venthyr legendary. Sinful Brand deals 10% increased damage. I-beam damage increases the duration of Sinful Brand by 0.75. Hello, Sky Girl. So basically this build all revolves around you getting I-beams off when you have your brand on to extend the brand's duration to do more damage, and to try and dump as much chaos strikes as you can to basically lower the cooldown of I-beam. Come on then. So that you can get more I-beam cast off and keep your Sinful Brand buff going. So the stats for this build, you want to run crit haste on everything you can. Ideally above 35% crit and at least 20% haste. I've got a mixture of Mythic plus Guild, Mythic plus gear going on at the moment, so this isn't 100% my raid gear. I'd probably change gems out for haste and enchants for haste as well. You good girl. You okay now? You have some treats. This is Sky, by the way, if you haven't met her before. Right, so that's Soulbinds, Legendaries, Haste. Let's go over talents. Let me put the right talents on myself. Right, there we go. These are the talents you're going to run for this build. It's basically a demonic build. Second HP, when Chaos Strike refunds Fury, it also reduces the cooldown of I-beam by 3 seconds. So the Chaos Strike proc chance is completely random. It's not, I don't think it's based on any stats or anything like that, like crit. So this is the whole play of this build, basically. Do nothing during Sinful Brand phase, but dump all your Fury on Chaos Strikes to lower the cooldown of I-beam. You want to set this up by Immolation Auring before you Sinful Brand I-beam, so that you don't have to waste a global on Immolation Aura, and whilst Immolation Aura is on, it will generate Fury over time as well, so you just got all your Fury generation going for you. The biggest mistake people do when playing this this build on single target on boss fights, if you meta, so if you look at Sinful Brand, if you meta, it will apply Sinful Brand to all nearby targets. So what that does is when you apply Sinful Brand, it puts an 8-second dot on the target. I think it's 8 seconds anyway. Yeah, it is 8 seconds. Woohoo, bonus points for me. When you meta, if say you Sinful Brand the target and then you meta, it'll put 8 seconds on all the targets around you. Well, this is a single target build, so we don't need to care about spreading it. But the problem with this is, if you Sinful Brand and then I-beam will increase the duration of Sinful Brand. So say you get Sinful Brand up to 15 seconds, and then you meta, it will instantly refresh the Sinful Brand dot and put it back to 8 seconds. So you're going to have very hard time, if not impossible, to reset I-beam to extend the brand before the brand actually wears out. And with certain bosses like the Eye, the second boss, the AoE hitbox on that is insane. So the trick with this is to, when you're doing the pull timer and you're going into the pull, run in until you see your melee abilities come up to show that you're in range. Once they're in range, so on the 9, you're going to be really far away. On the Eye. You want to stand at max melee range, start your opener, foul rush away from the boss, all the way back to where you eat your food, meta, and then foul rush back in. If you don't do this, you're going to completely mess up your Sinful Brand duration times, and your damage is going to be shit. So that's a huge thing that a lot of people make mistakes with, so make sure you don't fall for that. Let me set up my key bindings real quick. I think we need to, because I was playing a different build for Mythic Plus. Demon Bites, there we go. I think that's all I need to change. Yeah. Okay, I'll put a text string across the top to show you the actual opener and rotation for this, but we'll start with the opener now. There we go. We just refreshed Sinful Brand with I-Beam now before it dropped off. And look, Sinful Brand's got 10 seconds left till it drops off. Our actual Sinful Brand ability has only got 9 seconds left. So in this situation, you want to hold Sinful Brand. You don't want to refresh it until you know you've got I-Beam. Now we know we're going to have I-Beam, so we're just going to get enough Fury, Sinful Brand, I-Beam, and then go again. So whenever Sinful Brand is coming off cooldown, you never use it unless you're going to be able to I-Beam extend it. And the same if you have I-Beam come off cooldown, but Sinful Brand's only a few seconds away, you hold I-Beam because you want to extend it. So we're going to get lucky here, I think, and we're going to extend it again. Oh, it just dropped off. Well, there you go. So that's basically how you play it. Simple as that. You've just basically got to dump your Fury on Chaos Strikes, hope for some procs. But the skill with this comes down to knowing to hold and when to use. So right now, I-Beam's coming off cooldown, look, and we've got 10 seconds of Sinful Brand. So we could use it and hope that we get some good procs and bring it down. So in a different situation now, imagine we have Sinful Brand just come off cooldown. We don't use it yet. We have to wait for I-Beam. So we use it now, and then we I-Beam. Go back into dumping Fury on Chaos Strike. So obviously the best times to get the most extension out of your Sinful Brand is during your meta form, because you get double I-Beam. We nearly got it then, see. If you have like raid buffs and haste and stuff like that, 20 seconds on Sinful Brand, might as well I-Beam. Gonna definitely have I-Beam off cooldown before Sinful Brand comes up. So with like raid buffs and stuff like that, and Hero and maybe a sneaky PI. So we got I-Beam up now, but Sinful Brand's in 3 seconds, so we hold I-Beam. Alright, with Sinful Brand, we I-Beam extend. And then we go. So all the things like that will help, like the raid buffs and PIs and things like that. But it is a bit of a mercy, at the mercy of RNG for this build. But there we go, look, we've just got another one, so we can extend with I-Beam now. So even without, you know, all the buffs, we still managed to get an extra extend there. And I think we've been really lucky. We're going to get another one. There we go. I mean, I don't know if you saw, but I did waste an Unbound Chaos Strike then. That's because it's more important to dump Fury and get I-Beam procs than it is to Foul Rush. We're not going to get it here. It is to Foul Rush. You basically use the Foul Rush with as a filler whenever you can't spend anything else. And you know, Unbound Chaos is obviously huge, but I'd rather make sure I get the Sinful Brand off than I would use a Foul Rush. So only Foul Rush if I know I'm not going to get I-Beam off cooldown in that time, and Unbound Chaos is going to run out, and I know there's no point holding it. I'll just use it. And that's basically how you run this build. All about making sure you don't use I-Beam unless Sinful Brand is on the target, or there is more than 10 seconds left before you can use Sinful Brand. That's basically the I-Beam thing. And then the same with Sinful Brand, you never use it unless you have I-Beam available to extend it straight away. With meta, you will always hold meta until you have I-Beam and Sinful Brand ready, so that you can Sinful Brand, I-Beam, Foul Rush away, meta, Foul Rush back, I-Beam. So you get double extend with I-Beam, which is a guaranteed third extend. Basically, when you're doing your Chaos Strikes, Sinful Brands have been extended to 20 seconds plus, you're going to be able to I-Beam extend it before it drops off. Then it's going to come off cooldown itself, so that you're going to be able to apply it, and that's amazing. You're going to use the domination shards, which is the frost set here for raiding. It synergizes really, really, really well with this build and all the extra I-Beam casts you're doing. Definitely the way to go. Yeah, the rest of it, like all these stats and stuff, again, I said it's crit haste, but make sure you use simming yourself. If you don't know how to sim, check one of my previous videos. I went over how to sim and how to read logs, all that kind of stuff to improve your raid DPS. But yeah, I think that's everything. If I've missed anything, be sure to leave a comment and I'll answer as fast as I can. If you want to come hang out, I stream over on Twitch every day, so you can come and watch me experiment with all these new builds in Mythic Plus. And if you have any questions there, you can give us a shout as well. Thanks for watching. I hope this helped you out. If it did, you know, the usual YouTube stuff, can you give it a like, subscribe? I'm going to be making a lot more videos going into certain Mythic Plus builds that might be viable, and lots of other tips and tricks and things like that. So if this helped you out, please do give it a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.